I'm working on this guy's car, and I put a clutch in it and a few other things. And see this? It's got an exhaust leak right there. See the soot right there on the clamp? And this is the other side. You can see the soot. See? So I'm going to put new ones of these on because you're supposed to. See that? But you have to take this off to do it. Now this is the new German one. As you can see, it's made out of steel wool, which is guaranteed to leak. So it's brand new and it's going to leak. And that's what this is. You can see it coming through it right here. See? That's the same thing. Now this is what they used to look like, but the Germans ones, but they stopped making it out of this probably because of asbestos rules. Because the heater system is right here. But I don't know if they use these. They changed them on like BMWs and went from this to that. But on a Volkswagen, they went from this to that. And maybe it's because of this, because the heater area is right here. But when you have a leak here, you're going to have, see, it's starting to show soot right here, I think. You're going to get, fumes, carbon monoxide fumes also in the heater, which probably won't kill you. You know, I've smelled them plenty of times. I haven't died yet. I think you really have to immerse yourself in it. But so the real correct way is to take this thing off and put it all back together. It'll probably leak again. And a lot of them leak a lot worse than this because this heater box pipe is worn. The diameter is small. And then you put a new muffler on it, there's still a big gap right here, so it's never going to seal. And so you might think, well, I'm going to go buy one of these. I'll buy a brand new one of these. These things, the new ones are junk. This is a German one, and if you have to weld, you might have, like if you're fixing up a German one, you might have to weld it here because it's splitting. Little tiny holes aren't bad. This one's pretty good. You can fix this by bridging from here out to there. Don't try to weld this to that. Just put something in between the two. Start here and go that way. But the Brazilian stuff, this mechanism is cheap, and they have less heating element inside. You're gonna get less heat, and they probably don't fit too good. And none of that stuff from Denmark works. The mufflers are junk. These things never line up. And you could just barely get the things on. But the best way to put this thing on is not with any of this. And if I did, I'd have to pull it off, by the way. And I would use this again because this is a Leistritz muffler. It's not that bad. It's just been sitting. This car's been sitting for a while. But the best way to do this is to gas weld it. And the reason is because this whole problem goes away. And when this is clamped, as time goes by, it starts moving, and then it just starts wearing out right here. It'll go through the pipe eventually. And if you think it's gas welding is not permanent on this stuff, because if you weld it when you weld to this, if you ever want to take the muffler off, you cut it right here so you don't cut through that. And then if you want to put it back on, you stick it on and weld it back onto the remnant. But if you want to put a new muffler on, then you would cut it off in the same place so you don't cut through the pipe. And then put the new muffler on. And in order to get the gas weld chips right off, you can't even tell you anybody did anything to it. It just comes right off. And so you get maximum life out of the muffler like this because there's less vibration because they like to break here. Like you could theoretically, I've done it. It's been a long time. You could buy one of these things brand new. Like I brazed them, like braze it here, braze it there before it even goes on the car. This one's welded here, see? That's just pinched. It's just squeezed together right there. That's a weak spot. When this is wiggly, because when the thing's going down the road, if there was no muffler on it and you were just driving it and there was no muffler, this thing here, because it's attached here, it's like a big J, it starts going like this. It's going like this all the time. It's like it's making a sine wave. If you put a pencil on it and drove, and the pencil marked on a piece of paper, you'd have a sine wave from this thing. So that's why if you weld it all together, it's all one piece. And when you heat it, it relieves any stresses on a muffler that doesn't quite want to slide on. You got to help it a little bit, like loosening these bolts can help you. And if you've cut it and you're putting it back together, you loosen these guys up. And then you can, because when you put it back on, like especially if the engine's been all apart, these won't line up. So you just like loosen the heater box and start like changing the positions of it. It'll change the angle of this, and you can get it dialed in. And then then you just weld it, and then you just tighten the whole thing together while it's hot. And then it won't leak, and then the heater won't stink. And That's how I do it, because this is a guaranteed leak. These things are, I don't know what that is, but to me that is not a gasket. They call it a sealing ring, actually, I think in the parts manual, and it doesn't seal. And these things here, this would be worse because it's so stiff, particularly on a used heater box or an older heater box with the diameters down. But you can, use this stuff. You can use these things for a long time before you have to throw them away, because compared to a new one, this is gold. The new ones are junk. Those things are junk, and so are their mufflers.